This quick video will show you some of the features of the Inform Racing race card and how you can use the ratings to level out the form despite what the class of the race is or what the pundits and the forecast prices tell you. Here we have the Fighting Fifth Hurdle run at Newcastle, and you can see that the forecast favourite is Bouvet at 3-1 on. You can also see that his recent form has not been too sparkling, and the average rating for the last 3 runs is only 55. The horse I want to look at in this race is Cornerstone Lad. As you can see, the forecast going is heavy, and the race actually went off with the going at heavy. So this means that the results can be a little erratic, and it's worth taking on short price favourites in these sort of races. In fact, it's worth taking on short price favourites at any time, because if we go over to the Inform Racing System Builder and just apply a couple of simple rules, say the last 2 years, SP of the horse, less or equal, let's go for real short favourites, 3-1 on. You can see that there's a loss to 12 points over the last couple of years, despite the massive strike rate. So betting on short price favourites is definitely a no-no for me. So the going was heavy, so we want to look at the performance of each horse on heavy going, and we can see that Lady Buttons is 1 from 1. Silver Streak never run on heavy, but the worst going has been soft and only a place out of 3. Nelson River only 1 race on heavy. Cornerstone Lad 2 runs and 1 place out of 3, 67%, excellent performance on heavy going, and the favourite 100%, 1 out of 1. If you look at the last time out rating for all of the horses, if you hover over the box you can see the details of this race, and all of the runners except one have previously run. The last race was in a class 1 or grade 1 handicap, or grade 2 or grade 3, so the value of this race that Lady Buttons ran in was worth over £12,000. Silver Streak over £23,000. Nelson River over £25,000. Let's jump to the favourite, over £141,000 to the winner. Go back to Cornerstone Lad, it was a class 3 race worth just over £6,000. Despite this, the rating of 87 excuse me, was comparable with the other 2 best ratings in the race, despite being 2 classes below. If you again look at this one, you can see that a class 3 race worth over £6,000, Cornerstone Lad won the race and rated 87. Massive jump in class to a race worth 141,000. Bouvet was only beaten by 1.25 lengths and rated 10 speed ratings points below. If you then look again at the last 3 runs for Cornerstone Lad, you can see that the average was 88, and the consistency in these ratings is something you really want to be looking out for. So all in all, if you look at the race and you see a 3-1 on favourite with poor ratings such as Bouvet, despite the top master rating, which was, I'm guessing, in this race last year, 364 days ago, you can see that Cornerstone Lad would have been a standout bet at 25-1. I'm not saying back 25-1 shots all the time, but against a 3-1 favourite on heavy going, when you can see these stats on the going and these ratings, despite being a lower class, everyone's going to look at that race and see, oh, he's just come out of a £6,000 race, class 3 race at Wetherby, and he's now going into a £61,000 race against these top horses who've also been running in top class. What they won't see is the 87, the 90 and the 88, all in lower class races. But the beauty of the speed ratings is that we don't take into account the class of the race. That is the rating the horse gets. That horse rated 87 on this day, and it's comparable with some of the best form around, certainly in this grade 1 Fighting Fifth Hurdle. As it happened, Cornerstone Lad did win at 16-1. I'm not saying, it's 42 in the BSP. It was 42 because the favourite was so short. Only won by a short head, but at these prices, when you see these stats on the race card, simple to look at, simple to use, a few of these little bets throughout the year will certainly pay off.